What's up everyone, AJ on AJ's Heli Journey here. This is the second flight of the day, but actually I'm running out of time here. I actually recorded this video earlier right after I recorded the first flight, and then I realized that when I checked the GoPro camera, I had taken a picture instead of a video, so it was never recorded. So I had to leave the field. And I was able to duck away and get back to the field now to try and record this video this time. So I apologize if I forget or miss some points. If I do and I remember them in the post-production, I'll put them in notes in the video, but yeah, so I'm gonna try and rush through this. Apologies in advance. Anyway, so for this flight, the reason I wanted to do this in a completely separate video is because I wanted to talk about the rescue function. Someone had commented in one of my other videos, I can't remember who it was. They had mentioned that you know, they hoped that I had rescue set up. So I do have rescue on this heli. I'm running the Ikon2 fiberless and I have it set up, but rescue, using rescue is not something I incorporate in my flights. So, you know, I believe that rescue, I know this is a pretty sometimes hotly debated subject. Look, rescue is a function and it's a tool like anything else we have, and we have a lot of tools available to us as RC heli pilots. We use a lot of them, but there's also a lot that I feel that some of us don't use. Maybe because some of us are skilled enough where we don't have to use them, and then other ones that we're not skilled enough to make use of them. So at the end of the day, this is a tool that I think actually for what it does, I believe it works well. It's not something that I incorporate, but it doesn't mean I don't that I'm against it, or that I advise people not to use it. And I'll tell you the reason I don't use it is because I believe that, you know, when you're flying, if things go sideways, especially if you're a new pilot and you have something like rescue at your disposal, you have one of two options. When I say you have one of two options, it's because you have a very limited amount of time to respond, and I just don't think that you can do both, especially if you're just learning. And what that is you have option one, which is to try and recover, put the correct inputs, kind of process as quickly as you can what's going wrong, what you need to do to correct it, and then make the corrections and save the maneuver, or save the heli anyways. Or you can jump straight to flicking the switch to rescue and get yourself you know, back in order. So those are your options, I believe. So you know, and some might say, okay, well, you could do both. I guess you could, but you generally, when things are going sideways, you're already starting to panic, and you know, you just, things go very quickly, and you don't usually have the option of choosing between one of being able to do both. So, you know, when you use rescue, I believe to use it successfully, what has to happen is when you start to feel like you're losing it, that's when you need to reach for the rescue, because it gives you time, it gives it time to work and gives you time to react. If you wait and try and save it, by the time you can't save it anymore, rescue is usually too late to apply. So that's what I say, you know, I think you have a choice. And for me, you know, I always wanted to be able to recover on my own, because I felt that, you know, that was going to help me progress or you know, develop as a pilot quicker. But I also accepted the fact that there were going to be times where I wasn't successful at saving it and I would probably crash. So that was my choice. But now, as I'm, you know, the person that had made the comment about it, look, you know, now, especially as I'm working on inverted, I don't know, you know, I'm an open-minded person. Maybe it's something I might have use for, at least early, and you know, as I try different things, particularly inverted, and I'll show you a bit of a demo of it, but I'm not sure. With that said, I know that there's a couple videos out there, but I don't think there's a lot of content out there that discusses rescue a lot. I mean, arguably, there's really not much to talk about with it. You know, it's pretty straightforward how it works. But I figured, you know what? Hey, someone asked about it. Maybe there's some of you that are curious about it, you know, and wanted to see it in action. I know I did when I first got back in the helis, and you know, with these new fiberless units with rescue. So hey, here we are, and I'm gonna show it to you. So rescue, let me also say, when it comes to the functionality, look, rescue helps you recover. It doesn't do all the recovering for you. It's not like a GPS save that's going to keep your heli where it is. So with the Ikon2 specifically, that's not how the rescue works. What the rescue does with the Ikon is, if you're right side up, it'll give you for a period of time, I have the setting at the default, which is 0.6 seconds. It will give you a maximum positive pitch so that it raises the helicopter up, and it activates the auto level so that it levels off, and then you still have to recover from there. You still need to regain, or you know, regain control and then bring it back down. You know, if you don't, it'll just continue to drift away, and or just go away, and you know, you could lose it. So if you think that, you know, if it's you completely lost it, it's going really far from you, it's not going to bring it back. It's not going to do any of that. It'll just, you know, give you height by giving a positive pitch if you're a right side up, and it'll auto level. Then you'll have to shut off the heli, the rescue, so that you can regain control and bring it back. If you're inverted, it will flip it back upright to right side up, and then give the pitch. So I'm going to show you real quickly. It's a pretty straightforward function on the swash plate. Here I'll flick it to show you what happens, and when it gives you the positive pitch. 3, 2, 1, there it is. And then it brings it back down, and then it activates the auto level. So I'll do that one more time just to show you. There, and there it is. And you have the option in the Ikon2 to specify how much time it gives you with the additional pitch. Like I said, I have it at 0.6 seconds, what you just saw there. You can do it at a max of 2 seconds, but that would bring you pretty high up. You'll see when I demo it just how quickly it does, you know, elevate the heli. Now, the other thing I thought I'd show you here, so while I have it on the bench here, so like I said, when you are inverted, so there, I hope you can see this all on the camera. Now what you'll see is it'll give it some aileron to flip it, and then give the pitch. So 3, 2, 1, there's the cyclic to flip it back, but you'll see it's not going back, and it, you know, because it's not flipping, it'll hold it until it actually flips. So when it flips right side up, it gives the pitch. So I'll give you the example one more time. There it is, and it's waiting to flip back up. So that's what happens when you're inverted. Okay, so there it is. Let me put the canopy on, and let's go to the flight line and show you some demos. All right, so here we are. This is flight 2. We're gonna do a demo of the rescue. We don't have much time. You can see the sun's going down, but the nice thing is that it's a little bit calmer now than it was a little bit earlier. So let's spool this up. All right, so there it is. Let me get you out of the sun there. Okay, so here it is. We're hovering. Now when you're right side up, if you flick the rescue, this is what'll happen. I'll count it down, and you'll see what happens. Ready? 3, 2, 1. There it is, and it's auto level now, and you see it drifting away there. So I flicked it off now, and now I can, you know, I can bring it back. So, you know, again, if you kind of lose you know, you lose orientation and you're not sure and you don't want to slam it into the ground, you know, here's what you can do. What you can do is here, you know, you're here, you're hovering, maybe you lose orientation, you're not sure, you want to go rescue, flick. There it is. So I'll do it one more time, right side up, and then I'll show you some inverted. So again, you know, here we are. You know, you're doing what you're doing. You're doing some pirouettes, you're doing whatever, and you lose it, you know, you're losing orientation, and then 3, 2, 1. Oh, there it is. Sorry, I was a little slow flicking the rescue switch there, but that's what it is when you know, when you do rescue and right side up. So now let's go inverted here. So here you are, you're inverted. Let me bring it up just a bit. So here you are. Now you're doing inverted stuff and you're not sure, you're losing some orientation. Oh, hold on, I'm trying to keep this steady. Bring it a little closer here. All right, now 3, 2, 1. There it is. So it'll flip it over, and you can see with the nose in hover, it just flipped it over, and then it'll be you know, it's not like it's going to turn it around. You got to be prepared that it's going to be nose in upright, you know. And if you're let me just do this real quick. So now if you're tail in, there you are, your tail in. Hold on. 3, 2, 1. There it is, up. And then you end up, you know, tail in upright. So that's how the rescue function works, you know, and just be aware, like I said. So it's very good for what it does, I feel anyways. You know, it definitely can save you, but like I said, you got to make a choice. And I think there's nothing wrong. I think if you start off and that's what you use as your default bailout, that's fine. But as you get, I believe that, you know, as you gain confidence and your skill level increases, I think over time you're going to want to you know, move away from that. With all of that said, like I said, I'm an open-minded person. Now that I'm doing, you know, I want to work much more aggressively with inverted you know, inverted flight, you know, doing making use. Oh, sorry, I was talking, and see there, I saved it. So like okay, that's a great example. I stopped, I had to focus. I stopped talking because I was starting to lose it. And for me, the default is to just try and you know, determine as quickly as I can what inputs do I need, and then recover. I'm not gonna lie to you. So when that was happening right there, what you just saw got really low and it could have been bad, I considered, to show you guys, I considered flicking the rescue as a bit of an example, but you know, I was just more comfortable you know, kind of saving it that way. You know, that might be something I have to reprogram myself if I want to incorporate rescue. Who knows? But anyways, in case it's something you're thinking about, you've never seen, you're considering, that's the demo. Those are my thoughts on it. I think that, you know, I don't want to you know, wade into the big debate about it. My personal opinion, if it's something that you decide you want to use, I don't think it makes you a bad pilot. I don't believe that it's a really bad crutch unless it's not used properly, or you never what's the best way to put it? You never grow out of it, you know. But then again, you know, who knows? Maybe you never want to grow out of it. Maybe that's the extent that you want to enjoy flying RC helis. If that's you, then hey, no problem. Look, man, don't let other people tell you how to enjoy the hobby. But you know, I believe that the other rescue functions maybe work the same way. I can't see them really doing much different. You know, the only other thing that would be much different would be something that did something with GPS, right? So anyways, that's it. That's all. I hope you found that informative and you like that. Nothing much to do with regards to flying, you know, not much in entertainment value that way. But thanks so much for tuning in, and we'll catch you on the next one. Cheers.